We're very pleased now to welcome Mr. Alan Questrom as our commencement speaker. When Mr. Questrom graduated from what was then known as the Boston University College of Business Administration in 1964, he started on a path that would eventually transform the world of retail. A trustee of Boston University, Alan and his wife Kelly endowed the deanship of the school in 2006, a position and title I've had the distinct privilege of holding for the past 5 years. On March 30th, Boston University's School of Management was officially renamed the Boston University Questrom School of Business by vote of the Board of Trustees. In gratitude for the transformational $50 million gift from Alan and Kelly and the Alan and Kelly Questrom Foundation. Their gift is the largest in Boston University history. Alan and Kelly, words cannot adequately express our gratitude to you. Kelly, please rise. In getting to know Alan and Kelly during my time as the Alan Questrom Professor and Dean, I've grown to admire their integrity, their humility, their service to others, their unwavering commitment to education, their wonderful sense of humor, and their love of life. They are making a remarkable difference in the lives of the next generation, all of you and countless others, through sharing their time, their talent, and their treasure in remarkable ways. Please join in a warm welcome for our distinguished speaker, Mr. Alan Questrom.
Thank you, Dean Freeman. And good afternoon, graduating seniors, proud friends, family, and faculty. Congratulations to you all. As I walked through here, I was getting a sense of some joy coming out of the audience, maybe some sense of relief. I'm not sure which it was. But for anyone wondering if higher education is worth it, to the naysayers, I say emphatically, yes, it is. I am the son of working-class parents who had no higher education. I worked through college, driving a 16-wheel tractor-trailer between Boston and New York. The job paid my tuition, and I commuted to BU daily by trolley. My retailing professor, as you heard, Alan Beckworth, saved me from my dream of becoming a ski instructor by pushing me to interview for the executive training squad at Federated Department Store, known to you as Macy's today. BU had prepared me so well that I was quickly recognized. This was the beginning of a 50-year career in retailing, which was made possible by a caring professor and by good preparation. I was able to build and improvise on the foundation BU gave me by doing it my way, to paraphrase Frank Sinatra, by applying fundamentals I learned here. And I've seen that wherever people have access to higher quality education, economic opportunity and social equality expand and poverty declines. And yes, higher education is worth it. And I hope you'll celebrate your achievement here and make learning a journey for the rest of your life. But opportunity must be met by individual responsibility. I am proud to have had the courage and the discipline to earn my degree at BU and launch a career. But I'm even more impressed by you, because you've had to work twice as hard to reach this milestone. You millennials are deluged with a constant time-taking distraction of your devices. Gordon Moore, founder of Intel, predicted in 1965 that the performance of the microchip would double every 18 months. That was quite a prediction. This prediction became famous as Moore's Law. In 1965, when I began my retail career, retailers were making room for the giant mainframe computer, and it literally took us 25 years to figure out how to make it work. Today, because of exponential acceleration in chip capacity, your handheld devices are creative destruction on steroids, rapidly changing how the world operates, a world where nothing can be assumed except change itself. As a technological Luddite, remember, I have 5 decades on you, so don't laugh. So I can only advise you to embrace change and keep learning how to manage it to achieve your purpose and expectations. But technology has its limits. Picasso said, quote, "Computers are useless. They only give you the facts," unquote. Well, useless, I don't know, but Picasso has a point. Human analysis and application of the truthful and contextual relevancy of facts is what makes facts useful. We can get information from a computer all day long, but only our experience, educated thinking, good judgment, and instinct using relevant facts can get us from A to B. And that's what your education at BU has prepared you to do, to think and decide how to act and to manage to a benevolent and hopefully profitable outcome. I wish there were, but there is no magic formula for success. But we've all witnessed hard work, very hard work, appropriate personal behavior, and ethical and moral character, or the lack of them can determine success or failure. Here are 4 principles that have worked for me and maybe will be helpful to you. Dare to be your genuine and trustworthy self. Great leaders and inventors are seldom conformists or imitators. They're original, with a courage to look at what is, and to dare to envision a better way by thinking outside the square. Being real and bold is a risk worth investing in. Steve Jobs, ironically, said about launching his world-changing startup, quote, "Remembering that you are going to die is the best way to avoid the trap of thinking you have something to lose." Second principle, remember, even if you are the boss, it isn't all about you. The greatest leaders are passionate, purpose and action-driven, but they don't succeed by themselves. I learned early the value of a team all rowing in the same direction. The leader may supply the strategy, but its execution depends upon investors, employees, and customers buying into it. Which means that while a manager is aspiring to the top job, there is a lot of inspiring of other people that a manager has to do in order to reach that goal. At the end of the day, good management is about effectiveness in the use of resources, time, money, and people. It's not just about how smart you are. 2 signs have hung above my desk. One says, "There is no end to what you can do if you don't mind who gets the credit." And President Harry Truman gets credit for that bit of wisdom. The second sign says, "Surround yourself with people smarter than you are," which reminds me and everyone else to keep our egos in check and to put the best people we can find in the right jobs and then support them to be the best that they can be. A third principle, any business is a people business. Managers can get bogged down in managing and miss opportunities in plain sight, like empowering our employees and customers by seeking them out, walking around with them, asking them a lot of questions about the business or the product, really listening to the answers, being present, and observing their concerns and reactions. This not only gives the manager a lot of essential information, but also draws everyone into the team effort, making it their game, making them a part of the process because they are essential to the success. In the 1960s, management guru Peter Drucker wrote a definitive book on this, calling it Management by Wandering Around. If you haven't read it, you should read it. And one last principle. Remember to make time for love. You've probably heard the adage, if you love your work, you'll never work a day in your life. That's always been true for me. I loved going to work every day. But no matter how much you love your work, having a personal life that includes a significant other is the icing on the cake of living fully. Kelly and I have come to know the brilliant president of American Enterprise Institute, Arthur Brooks. This past Valentine's Day, he published an editorial in the New York Times advising us to put down the phone and treat romance as if it were a startup, unquote. As much as technology can do for us, it can't make us lovable, or in fact, better at falling in love. For that, we need to humanize and personalize our product, ourselves, through face-to-face encounters while applying entrepreneurial principles. Believe in yourself and your instincts, lose the fear, find the courage to take the risk, and be mindfully present by getting your head out of your apps and noticing the color of someone's eyes. As for me, 48 years of having my Kelly at my side and her always having my back, filling our lives with creativity, has made it possible for us to do more and become more than either one of us could have done alone. We pursued happiness, and we found it. So if you haven't yet found the love of your life, add another startup to your agenda and find somebody to love. It could be the best investment you'll ever make, after, of course, your BU education, for which you, again, are all to be heartily congratulated, along with your great teachers, mentors, family, and friends, whose support has been invaluable to your reaching this glorious day. Kelly and I can't tell you how very proud we are that your diplomas bear our name. Now, go out and be bold. Nothing is harder on your well-earned laurels than resting on them. Dare to be great. Thank you.